Well, while we're on the subject of the college, if any of you are watching this are not already members of the College of Medicine and Integrated Health, go to their website. You can see the web address up there and join. You know, everything's good that's happening in the way of integrated health, you know, between medicine and alternative health at the moment is there with the College of Medicine. So I suggest you have a look and just become a member. They're doing some great work there. And I will be recording this. The one I did yesterday, if you missed the session we did yesterday, that's been recorded and you can find it on my my YouTube channel, which is just Freddie Jacquin Hypnosis. If you go there, you'll find it. And you can watch yesterday's as well if you want. Okay, it's 11 o'clock. So I'm going to say hello to everyone and introduce myself. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Freddie Jacquin. I'm a hypnotherapist. Been doing this work for a very long time, seeing thousands and thousands of people. And my intention today, for those of you who are listening, and some of you will be hypnotherapists, and I'd suggest that if you look at this at two levels. If you're in pain, use this session to help yourself out of that pain. But also the technique I'm going to use, which is called the arrow technique, which is a technique I developed years and years ago. And it's now gone all around the world and it's helping people out of pain, people in medical situations, people in A&E are using this technique to help people out of pain. So you can look and learn this technique. It's a very simple technique. My quest really, one of the things I want to do before I depart this planet is to get as many people using this technique as possible. I believe everyone can use it. You don't have to be a hypnotist to do it. You don't have to be a medical person to do it. I want mums to learn how to do it, dads to learn how to do it, teachers, anyone that's dealing with anyone or caring for anyone who's suffering from long-term chronic pain. And we're getting to what that is in a moment compared to acute pain. But for anyone that's suffering from chronic pain, this technique can help them. And as a therapist, you know, there are two things I symptom scale. We're going to talk about that in a moment. And I always want people to get an absolute result. You know, I want them, if they come in and they're in agony and their pain's at a 9 or a 10, I want it to go to a 0. And many times it does go to a 0. And when it doesn't go to a 0, if it goes down to a 2 or a 3, you know, I'm slightly disappointed because I want an absolute result for my client. But the truth of the matter is that people who are in pain, if that pain is reduced, even if it goes down 3-4 points, that's a result for that person. And I honestly believe that every one of you watching this will have the ability to do it. You can obviously come and do some training with me. But to be honest with you, this is such a simple technique. You know, you can buy this technique online. You can join us at our training platform and learn to do it there. But the truth of the matter is, once you've been through this experience, you'll be able to use it. I believe that. And I want it for you. I want it for everyone. You know, and if you've got a friend or you've got a family member that's suffering, and whether that pain's emotional or physical, I can't think of anything better or better feeling than helping someone out of that pain. And you will have the ability to do it. You're going to experience it for yourself today. If you are suffering in pain, I fully expect you to get a result. But you'll also, if you want to watch this over and over a couple of times, you'll also be able to use it for yourself. Okay, now look, I'm going to, firstly, before we start, I'm going to give out a bit of a warning because I ran the session yesterday and a couple of people said they got emotional. Now, my belief in how we influence people, if we look back at a very strong memory in your life, if you can think of a time when you know, a really strong memory, you'll find there's a big emotional element attached to that. And so I believe the way to learn rapidly, the way to hold on to a suggestion is to create an emotion. So I'm going to give you that warning now. At some point, I am going to ask you to think about the people you love. I know we're in lockdown. I know, you know, we can be more emotional than normal because we're missing our family and we're missing our friends. But I am going to use this. I'm going to warn you now that if you don't think you can bear to think about your friends and feel that love, then I'm going to give you that warning now, because I don't want anyone to be upset by using this. I want you to feel great by the end of it. I want you to be free of the pain. So I am going to say that up front. Now, as I said just a moment ago, there are two things I symptom scale in my therapy room, and one is pain and one is fear. And the reason I symptom scale those two things is because we can remember being in pain, but we can't remember what it felt like. We knew we were in pain, but we can't remember what it felt like. And it's the same for fear. We can remember being afraid of something, but once that fear is gone, it's hard to remember what that fear felt like. So I'd like you all to do this now. All of you that are here because you want some relief from the pain, I want you to do this first, just so we know where we're at the end of this. I want you to, for a moment, just focus, just for a moment, focus on that pain. Go to the very center of the pain. Go to where it's most intense. And I want you to, in your own mind, do this eyes open, eyes closed. I want you to make a score from 0 to 10. 0 being no pain at all, and 10 being excruciating. And then put that number in the chat box. And I want you to do that now. Just take a couple of seconds to focus on the pain you're experiencing, emotional or physical, and on a scale of 0 to 10, put that number in the chat box for me. Okay, because in a moment you will not be able to feel that. Okay, so as I said, this is a very simple technique. Now, I know you're not here for that, because I haven't advertised any kind of healing, and I don't believe I have any ability as a healer. But what I do believe, and what I've seen over the years, is that we all have the ability to do our own healing. We all have our own immune system. We all have our own natural ability to heal. And sometimes, whether through environment, whether through emotions, that ability gets blocked, or it gets reduced, if you like. Now, I'm going to run what I call quantum healing. It's a very simple technique, like most of the things I use, to be honest with you. It's a very simple technique, and I'll tell you what the theory behind it is based on. And then, as I said, some of you might be in pain and some of you might be suffering, and generally there might be some kind of healing that needs to be done around that pain. So we're going to run this, and as I say to people, I'm not going to give you pills or potions. No, it's just your imagination, just words. And the worst thing that can happen is that nothing happens. So you don't have to take part in this, but I am going to run this as part of this pain control and pain relief today. And the theory behind quantum healing is this. There are 70 trillion cells in a human being, apparently. I don't know who's counted them, but apparently that's how many cells we have in our body. Now, each of those cells exists as an individual cell. And within each of those cells, there's enough information to clone you. We know that they've done it with Dolly the sheep, they've done it with cows. We know there is enough information. Medical science can take one of those cells, and from that one cell, there's enough information to clone you. Now, all that makes you what you are, hair color, eye color, skin color, all the things that make you the unique individual that you are on this planet of close to 8 billion people, is a unique communication between those cells in your body that makes you the unique human being that you are. Now, the theory is that when we get ill, when we get a disease, or we get any kind of illness, there's a breakdown in that communication. When our body, when those cells are communicating 100% and perfectly, then we're in perfect health. When there is a breakdown in that communication, then we get ill and we get disease. So the theory is that through hypnosis, and this is what's going to happen today, I am going to set up an unconscious communication with the part of you that's responsible for your ability to heal, the part that runs the immune system, if you like. And I'm going to ask that part of you to allow me to communicate directly with every cell, every molecule of your body. And I'm going to ask those cells to reconnect the communication that will allow any healing process to begin. Now, this might sound like woo-woo, and I'm not one of the kind of people. I'm a very black and white kind of person. But my feelings are on this, that because I'm not going to give you pills or potions, these are only words. This is only the use of your imagination. What have we got to lose? let's see what happens. So I'm going to be running these two things over this next half an hour: quantum healing and what I call the arrow technique, which is the development I came up with for pain control. So if you're ready to get started, and as I said to you, I'm going to warn you one more time, at some point I'm going to ask you to think about the people you love. And that's not just a random question. I want you to feel the love, and I want you to understand your own worth. So I'm going to ask that question. So if you're ready to begin, what I'd like you to do is this: make sure that you're comfortable and you're safe. Now, obviously, don't do this while you're driving or working combine harvesters or machinery, okay? But get yourself comfortable. Find a chair, whether you're in bed or whether you're in a chair, but somewhere safe where you can sit. And I promise you, your chair, the place where you're sitting, will support you. No matter what happens, no matter how deep you go into relaxation, your chair will support you. And if you're doing that now, if you're comfortable, if you're ready to begin, if you're ready to let go of any of the useless, unnecessary pain and discomfort that you've been experiencing. Now, this technique is aimed at that. And that's how I define this. If the pain you're sitting there with at the moment has been with you for 2 weeks and you have not had it medically checked out, then please don't run this session with yourself. You know, you need to know that the pain that you're suffering is useless, unnecessary pain. If all the doctors are doing for you now is giving you pain relief, then this is the session for you, okay? If this is an acute pain that you've had for two weeks or a week and you haven't had it checked out by medical people, then please don't do this, okay? Because that pain is still there for a reason. But if it's long-term, chronic pain, pain that has outlived its usefulness, then get into this with me, okay? And then we're going to free you from it. So what I'd like you to do is this: get comfortable. Take a deep breath in. Make sure that your hands and your legs are separate. So you haven't got your arms crossed, your legs crossed. Place your hands and legs separately. Take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, just allow your eyes to close. But only as quickly as you're ready to free yourself from the useless, unnecessary pain and discomfort. That's right. Just for a moment, I want you to focus on those muscles around your eyes. Just focus on those muscles and imagine they're relaxing completely. Imagine that's happening as you listen to my voice. Imagine those muscles are relaxing so completely they just won't work. Imagine that's happened now. And imagine there's nothing you can do about that. And let that feeling of relaxation go right down through your body now. That's right, let that feeling go right down through your body. Every muscle, nerve and fibre relaxing. That's right. Just with the eyes closed, you can continue to relax. Although at times you may be more aware of some things than you were before. The sounds in your room, the sound of my voice, the beating of your heart, and the thoughts and images that drift into your mind automatically. Just for a moment, think about the people you love, people that love you. Feel that love now. See those faces, and as you feel that love, every ounce of that useless, unnecessary pain is going to start to dissipate from your body. Because with the eyes closed, it becomes easier to become more and more aware of a variety of things that otherwise may go overlooked or ignored. Thoughts and feelings, sensations, the alteration of awareness as the mind begins that gradual letting go. Letting go even of the effort it takes to be aware of exactly where the arms are positioned, or the hands or fingers. Even the effort it takes to be aware of which leg seems to relax more quickly or completely than the other may seem to be too much effort to bother making. It's so much easier simply to relax and enjoy that letting go. Letting go even of the effort it takes to make the effort that it might take. To be aware of the sound of my voice or the meaning of my words as you relax even more. Just for a while, nobody wants anything, no one expects anything. There is nothing for you to do but to relax. Listen to my voice. That's right, in your own time, in your own way, drifting down. Deeper, deeper, deeper down now. The deeper you go, the better you will feel. And the better you feel, the deeper you're going to go. 10, 20, 100 times deeper. Imagine you're just dropping down through space and time, down toward a place of total bliss. Less and less aware of yourself as a physical being, and totally aware of yourself as a mind. And as you drift even deeper, my voice and my words will drift with you to become a part of your experience now. Every word I say is going to take you even deeper into that incredible state of profound hypnosis. And everything I say now becomes your reality. Every suggestion I give you, you'll act upon and carry out without hesitation, is now your reality. And as you drift even deeper, you can use your unconscious mind as a resource you can learn from and really have an experience, one that's satisfactory to you. And all that's needed to build a good rapport with the unconscious is to have a line of communication. And sometimes the unconscious communicates by movement. It may be that the eye reflex changes and the eyes flicker, or the head moves slightly to indicate yes, or a muscle twitches involuntarily. That's right, you can try and keep your eyes still, find it flicker even more. It may be that the left hand moves all by itself and starts to feel lighter and lighter, starts to drift up to indicate yes, or the right arm goes even higher. Only the unconscious mind knows which it will use, because the unconscious mind knows more about you than anyone else. So as you drift deeply into hypnosis now, even deeper than before, I'd like your unconscious mind. Search through all the things in your life and pick one thing that is of vital and utmost importance to your comfort, your future, your happiness, your well-being, something you'd love to be free of, something that no longer suits you. And when the unconscious mind's made that choice, I'd like it to allow you to know by allowing that signal to occur. I don't know, it'll be the left hand, right hand, both hands that drift up as the eyes flicker. You'll know before I do, as that movement begins. That's right, one thing that is of vital and utmost importance to your comfort, your future, your well-being, your happiness, something you'd love to be free of, something that no longer suits you. And when the unconscious mind's made that choice, I want it to allow you to know. And as you drift deeper and deeper now, I'd like your unconscious mind to allow me to speak directly to the part of you that is responsible for your immune system, the part of you that runs that natural healing ability. I'd like to ask that part now to allow me to speak directly, communicate directly with every cell, every molecule of your body and your mind. I'd like to ask those cells to start the reconnection and reconnect that communication that will allow that healing to begin, and to do it now. And you may become aware of certain sensations. As that healing begins, as those cells start to reconnect that communication now, and I don't know, it'll be a vibration through your body or a warmth going through your body, but you'll know as the healing begins. And as that healing continues now at a pace, I'd like you to do this. I want you to imagine that you're drifting up out of your body. Imagine you're drifting up out of your body. Imagine you're drifting higher and higher, further and further away from your body, leaving your body in that chair for a while. Free of all earthly ties, just drifting up out of your body. Imagine you're drifting higher and higher, like a helium balloon that some child has let go of in the park. And imagine you're drifting so high now that you can look down and you can see the planet Earth below you. You can see that beautiful blue planet below you. You can see the whites of the clouds and the mountain tops. You can see the greens of the forests, the blue of the ocean. See that beautiful planet in your mind's eye, way down below you. And as you do that, Notice how your perspective changes. You can think about the close to 8 billion people on that planet, of which you are one. And notice as you think about that, how things that had seemed overwhelming no longer seem to have any power over you. As you think about that, as your perception changes, notice how things that had scared you no longer have any power over you. Now in your mind's eye, see a massive target between you and that planet, like a massive archery target way down below you. You can see the coloured bands, you can see the very centre, the bullseye. Now in the very centre of that target, in the bullseye, is every ounce of the useless, unnecessary, physical and emotional pain that you've been experiencing. In the centre of that target is every ounce of the useless, unnecessary, physical and emotional pain that you've been experiencing. Now in a moment, I'm going to make this sound. As I make that sound, you are going to be fired, shot like an arrow, straight through the center of that target and straight out the other side in a millisecond. But I need you to be brave about this, because as you go through the center of that target, you may experience that useless, unnecessary pain even more intensely for a split second. But be brave. This is the last time this will ever affect you. So as I make that sound, you are going to be fired, shot like an arrow, straight through the center of the target, straight out the other side in a millisecond. Be brave. This is the last time it's going to affect you. Get ready. Now you're out the other side, just drifting in that space of bliss. Nothing bothers or affects you. Nothing disturbs you. All that matters is you, the sound of my voice, and freedom from the useless, unnecessary pain. And as you drift there in that space, once again, I want you to think about the people you love, people that love you. See those faces, feel that love right now. Now feel that love like a burning hot sun in the summer sky. And shrink that down to a white hot ball of light as big as a golf ball. And pull that ball of light into the very core of your being. And feel it emanating out through every cell, every fiber, into the very marrow of your bones, and feel that wonderful feeling of light and love and joy filling you up now. Now I want you to do this. I want you to imagine drifting across the other side of the room. So you can see yourself sitting in that chair. You can see the clothes you're wearing. You can hear my voice. And notice as you watch yourself from the other side of the room, how every ounce of that useless, unnecessary pain has gone from your body and your mind. You cannot feel it, you cannot experience. As you see yourself from the other side of the room, as you watch yourself, notice how every ounce of that useless, unnecessary pain has gone from your body, gone from your mind. You cannot feel it, you cannot experience it. I'd like your unconscious mind to make those changes now at a molecular, cellular, neuron level that will allow you that freedom forever. And only when the unconscious mind knows and has made those changes and allows the conscious mind to accept the changes made, only then will you drift back over to your body, drop down into your body in that chair, unable to experience any of the useless, unnecessary pain. Go ahead, take your time. Only as quickly as the unconscious mind knows and has made those changes at a molecular, cellular, neuron level, and allows the conscious mind to accept the changes made. Only then will you drift back over to your body, drop down into your body in that chair, and go even deeper into that profound, incredible state of hypnosis. Go ahead, take your time. Do it thoroughly. Drift back over to your body, drop down into your body in that chair, unable to experience any of the useless, unnecessary pain and discomfort. And now I'd like that part that runs the immune system to continue that healing process and to speed that healing process up. So any healing that needs to be done within your body can be done now. I'd like to thank those cells for communicating and reconnecting the communication that will allow that healing to begin. And as that feeling of well-being grows and floods your body now, as you go even deeper into hypnosis, My voice, my words are going to drift with you to become a part of your experience. The deeper you go, the better you're going to feel. And it may be interesting to know that in that relaxed, drifting state of mind, where those thoughts drift by like dreams, and some enter the mind, some drift through the mind, and some are left behind to be used later on. Others are remembered or seem to be remembered at first, but then become more and more distant, forgotten over time. And this entire experience may seem so far away, like a dream you had. And so as you go even deeper, I'd like to give you the opportunity now to go over your unconscious mind as often as you need to. It's your privilege. Use this experience. Think about the things you can do, the strengths, abilities, skills, the love you may have overlooked before, that will allow you a clear view of the possibilities of a new way of living, a new way of being. Take that time now, a brief time, seems to be a long time, to review, plan at some level of awareness, the things you're going to do later on, the things you're going to change later on, as you continue to use more and more of you. As that healing continues and you, unable to experience any of the useless pain. You know, it's easy to forget. We put our keys down sometimes, forget where we put them. It's easy to forget, and you will forget about that pain. As the unconscious mind makes those changes, and I don't know, it'll be 5 minutes from now, an hour from now, 30 years from now, when you suddenly realize you've been thinking about something else entirely, and every ounce of that useless, unnecessary chronic pain disappeared right here, right now, replaced by a feeling of freedom, a feeling of strength, and a feeling of joy, and a totally new understanding of your worth and your value and just how loved you are. Go with your unconscious often as you need to, only when the unconscious mind knows and has made those changes at a molecular, cellular, neuron level, and allows the conscious mind to accept the changes made. Because in a moment, I'm going to count to 10. And every suggestion I've given you, you will act upon and carry out without hesitation. It's now your reality. On 8, your eyes will open. You're going to feel incredible, like you've had a ton weight lifted, like you've had the blinkers removed, the shackles removed. A feeling of freedom you may have not felt for a long time. And on 10, that feeling of freedom, the feeling of well-being is going to grow stronger day by day. As you get back to full well-being, free of the useless, unnecessary pain. So get ready. As I count to 10, on 8, your eyes will open. Every suggestion I've given you, you'll act upon. On 10, that feeling of freedom is going to grow stronger day by day. 1, feeling absolutely wonderful now. 2, to achieve everything you want to achieve from this session, do it brilliantly. 3, a feeling of freedom from every ounce of useless, unnecessary pain and discomfort. 4, feel the force of that energy, that love and that freedom and joy through every cell, every fiber of your body. 5, feeling incredibly alive now. 6, 7, 8, eyes opening, feeling absolutely incredible. 9, 10. Where's the pain gone now? Try and feel it and find you cannot. On a scale of 0 to 10, where's the pain gone now? Try and feel it and find you cannot. And put that answer in that chat box. Excellent. Excellent. And you'll never experience that pain again. Excellent. Fantastic. I'm pleased for you, Lisa. Great thinker. That's excellent. Now, look, you all have the ability to do this. You can do this. You can use this for yourself as a self-hypnosis tool. You can use it for the people you love and friends. This is not a complex technique. And I want everyone to learn how to do it. I want every medic to learn how to do it. I want every parent to know how to do it. Every teacher, anyone that's ever caring for anyone that's in pain. And to use it for yourself. You don't have to be a hypnotist to do this. You don't have to go on a 3-year degree course to help people out of pain. This is something we can all do. The proviso is, have they been to their doctor? Is the pain of no use? Make sure you check that out. This can be used for acute pain, but with the proviso that they still seek medical attention. Please always adhere to those rules. Ask the question, have you had this pain checked by medical people? If they have, and the medical people are saying it's just long-term chronic pain, there's nothing they can do other than give painkillers for it, then you can use this technique. And believe in yourself that you can. I want everyone to learn how to do this. And so that's my quest. It's great to see that those scores have gone to 0 and they've gone to 2s and 1s. And for those of you who are still, that pain hasn't gone down, or it's only gone down by a few points, take the time out, listen to this again, get into it again, because you have the capability. If the pain's of absolutely no use, you have the ability to ignore it and to turn it off. We do all know that we can do that. In battle zones, people suffer incredible injuries and carry on fighting. You know, we know that under certain circumstances, if our life is under immediate threat, then that pain will not be there in our mind. And so we know we have this natural ability. This technique just taps into that natural ability we all have. So look, I wish you all the best. I want you to have a lovely day. I know we're in this incredible, strange situation, isolation, but reach out to people through the internet. Keep in touch with your families. Do this as much as you can. Understand your own worth. Stay safe and stay well. And look out for each other. This is a great time for us all to pull together, share what knowledge we have, care about each other, and we'll all get through this. So I hope you enjoyed the experience. As I say, it is going to be recorded. It will be out there if you want to watch it again, if you want to share it with other people. And over the next 12 days, I'm going to be running one of these sessions every morning at 11 o'clock for different things. Tomorrow it'll be about irrational fear and anxiety. So each day it's going to be different, but please join me and tell anyone you know that would like to have some kind of relief from the problems they're suffering at the moment during this lockdown to join me. So I wish you all the very best. Stay well, be happy, and have a great life while we can.